And this is not coming from a place of like, again, you need to go home and beat yourself up. You've done enough of that. That's kind of the point of this message. Is I think with the, I brought the year of the snake, you are breaking that final snaky layer, and it's from this person. And I feel like you are going through the hardest part. This is not about like, you got to point the finger at this person. You even have to point the finger at yourself. I think ultimately you want somebody to blame right now. And again, take accountability. Do you not want to blame yourself? And again, that's not what I mean. You don't need to go blame yourself. But that is a natural reaction to resent yourself for putting up with certain behaviors you knew you were not supposed to put up with. But that is not your burden. The point is not your burden to carry anymore. And they're just giving you that kick in the butt. And again, go to part 1 and make sure all this makes sense, please, because I've went in depth about this collective. But you taking your anger out on other people or even towards this person, when as bad as it sounds, that session has been gone, that part has more to do with you and nothing to do with them. I don't think as of right now, I think maybe you are in this field right now. This person's in my energy. And again, I will get into now, how's your person feel about you? I don't think it's this person's energy. I think it's really your own wounds trickling up. Okay? And that's okay. I'm just telling, it is okay. You're going through that final layer. This person has acknowledge, this person's done more damages, I guess, than you thought that they did. And that is okay. But now, and again, I'm not going to say, well, it's time to move on from that, because that's not realistic. But again, if I brought up in part 1, if you're taking your anger out on other people and you're looking at life as evil and you're the problem in that sense. That part has nothing to do with your person. Let me see, how's this person feel about you? Like I said, please go to part 1, because I talked about this collective, like I said, to confirm if this is your reading, okay? And what's funny is when I started this session, this recording, a sound popped up. It was called The Dangerous Black Widow. And that's maybe how there's something about black widows. I hope you don't actually see a black widow spire. Those are dangerous. But there is something about, that's who you are. Think of a black widow. Once they bite you, you're going to... There is something about you got some venom in you. Maybe you do describe, there's something about a black widow energy within you. But how's this person feel about this collective? You look at yourself as dangerous, but I think you're being dangerous towards the wrong people. That's my only thing. How's this person feel about this collective? Five of Candles and Eight of Castles. Bottom of the deck, I got the Ten of Claws right over here. There's something about this person looks at you as you're so close, but yet you're so far. There is something about this person knows you're not far away. Because I keep looking at this guy. You see how he's like looking at the castle? It's like you are in that castle, but they're over here. There is something about... Maybe this person literally does not live far from you. Maybe they literally live like right around the block, across the street. They don't... This person needs more releasing to do. Sorry, team. I thought I was going to like belch and I did it, but it hurt my chest. This person is refusing to release certain things with that Five of Candles, Five of Wands energy sign. They're not wanting to release external factors. I think this person's marinating right now that the grass isn't greener on the other side. They could be still with somebody else, or even then they're clearly involved in situations they're not happy. And there's something about at night they reminisce about you. And again, this does not take away about what they've done to you or what you should be feeling. I'm just here to confirm how they're feeling. Don't yell at me, please, okay? But this person really does look at you as like, what have I done? Look, you, ma'am, sir, have a whole kingdom right here. And they are over here going, I could be over there right now. What did I do? But they haven't released it. They haven't, with that 10 of Claws right here, they haven't ended any cycles yet. They are processing it. I'll give them that. But they haven't ended anything yet. 10 of Castles in reverse. They're not happy, baby. Not everything that glitters is gold. The grass is only greener where you water it. They chose to water on dead grass, and now they're upset that the grass is still dead. It doesn't fulfill them the way they thought. They thought they were going to get him. I don't mean to trigger this collective. When they left you, cheated on you for somebody else, they really thought they left you for a mansion. Now they're like, I'm in a prison. What have I done? I think this person really has hit this what have I done. I thought I was in this mansion. There's something about the movie like The Great Gatsby, Daisy's, he saw Daisy's mansion from over the river. That's what I'm saying. There's something about, they are not far from you. You're so close, but yet you're so far. Sorry, Four of Claws. I thought it was the Six of Claws, but Four of Claws in reverse. That's where I think they're still trying to avoid you, but man, they are sitting with it. But by the end of the day, what they can't avoid is they thought they were going to get a mansion. They got a prison. I got chills. I'm getting weird pleasure. I'm sorry. This person is the epitome of they better be careful what you wish for because you might get what you want. And I'm going to be honest, my babies, met someone that's exactly like them. I know you're angry, trust me, about what they've done to you. And that is, again, valid and that is completely okay. But they kind of want you to understand they met somebody that's exactly like them. Manipulative, cold, evil, promised them a mansion, they got a prison. And you want to know what's even more triggering, and I'm sorry, I think this person, I don't even say your person, because no, they're not. I think what's triggering you too is this person hasn't left the third party, and I'm going to be honest with this collective, I don't think they're going to. Because this person really does believe this is what they deserve. They met their match. You are above them. Literally look at you up on a hill and they're like, crap. They're like, why? I don't mean to sound funny, but they really are like, what have I done? Are they going to leave? No, they don't have the balls to. Because the biggest of all rulers of relationship is pride. This person does not have the pride to say, I messed up, I chose wrong. So what will they do? They will sit in the prison that they have waltzed themselves into. If I'm going to be blunt, my babies, if I can match this person's energy of where I think they will marry this person. I'm sorry, they will. Because I think sometimes, and this, people always say, no, I want them to break up. I want their fall to happen. I want this to happen. That's too easy. Why not have their heart ripped out and be settled into a marriage where I think this person may go? That they're stuck. And I think this person with the third party thinks, well, we'll get out of this. We'll get out of this. It feels like a prison, but we'll get out. Okay, let them marry. I'm going to be blunt. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some about even the name Mary could be significant. Mary Beth, Mary Ann. This person will marry this person. They will, or at least not leave him anytime soon. It doesn't matter how crappy a situation is. Logically, I think this person worked too hard to ruin their own mess, ruin things with you. Ace of Crips. I'm sorry, babies, but I could see this person staying with this third party. And in some case scenarios, that's Ace of Cups right here. Three of Castles, Three of Pentacles, collaboration. I wouldn't be surprised if in 2026 they get married to this person or get engaged or get into a home in some form of, even if things are miserable, because it is. But this is what they deserve. I'm seeing two people that deserve each other. If that man or woman was easily to take your person out of you, they deserve that. I know that may be triggering, and I think that's where your anger, too, is settling in. Because I think deep down this person's going to settle. Baby, you got to let that go. Let them ruin their own lives. I'm getting sick pleasure out of this. Knight of Crips. Five of Crips. There's remorse there internally, not externally. I think you are officially that person that got away. I think what is happening right now, this person's like, you are the one that got away. And they have to live with that. They will always look back to you. Do I think they will be with this third party forever, eternally? No. Do I see them leaving anytime soon? No. Because why? This person's always asked for the bare minimum. You are above that. Why do they cheat? Because they think they go to easier, not better. Yeah, Seven of Claws in reverse. They're sitting in their own storm.